While many look to the big cities for racing action, we have someone who has been quietly, passionately, and single-handedly building the two-wheeler motorsports scene right here in Northeast India.
My name is Sashanka Sarma. I am from the beautiful city of Guwahati in Assam, and by profession I'm a motorcycle racer. I also train students and I also have a small superbike workshop. I was decently good in studies but not really persuasive in it. I didn't want to push it that much. Hobbies, I really like sports as well. I did play a little bit of cricket in my school days, a little bit of football as well. Growing up, I actually wanted to become a pilot, not a fighter pilot but a commercial pilot. But that didn't happen because back then there were no private courses. Because I come from a place where motorsports is not that much promoted. So yeah, I never thought I would get into motorsport at all. As a kid, we used to like all these super bikes, all these magazines. I used to have photos of all the big bikes in my rooms everywhere, pasted them everywhere. And then there was a lot of appearance from Salman Khan at the moment with that song, Oh Jaane Jana. And then, so that fueled my passion for the first superbike, and also a little bit of bodybuilding came from that. After that, there was a movie in early 2000s or late 2000s. It's called, not Dhoom of course, it's called Torque. And I got a lot of inspiration from that movie, and I needed to buy a superbike. I needed to ride one someday. And it took a long time for that to happen, but it did. So the first motorcycle I bought was in 2006. It was a Bajaj Pulsar 180. And it was very special because it was my first motorcycle, of course, gifted by my mom and dad. They were both there in the showroom when we went and got it together. And I have a lot of good memories with it. I went touring. I mean, today's day you can say touring, but back then you would not say it as touring. We just went here and there, all the way up to Kaziranga, which meant a lot back then. And also first Shillong trip was on that bike. If you ask me which is my favorite motorcycle, that will always be the Ninja 400. Reason being, it has the best chassis I have ever ridden on a motorcycle. I have ridden all of them, most of the big bikes, small bikes, everything I have ridden. And nothing comes close when you talk about it from the chassis and the geometry point of view compared to the Ninja 400. That is an absolute beast, and it's the best bike I have ever ridden in my life. So that's my favorite bike. So the first time I went racing was in 2015. I just came out of bodybuilding a few months back. I think 6-7 months back I was out of bodybuilding because I have had enough of that sport. It was too monotonous for me. I used to ride KTM RC390s back then, and I thought I could do good in racing too. And then the first thing I found out was there was a racing series happening in Aizawl. It's called Mimsa Racing Series. And I went there. The road was hectic. It was full of mud, slush. It took me 2 days to get there. And by the time I got there, my bike needed a proper service because it was a proper off-road back then. So I rode in two categories. I was riding a RC390 in the open category with all the experts, of course. And I was riding a RC200 in the stock category. And then once I was there, it was a whole different ball game. Racing, then I got to know that racing and road riding are two different things. Getting overlapped by the riders, by the track riders out there motivated me to actually go and learn it properly, because these riders, though they had lesser track experience compared to the Chennai riders or the northern Delhi side riders, but they did know a lot of racing. And what I found out was they were also racing in some national championship series that made them quite fast. So I didn't want to directly go and race, but I wanted to prepare first. So that motivated me to go and do track days and learn the art of racing. So since I started racing, it's been 11 years now, 10-11 years now. Most of it has been challenges because I come from a very far off land. To get to south, it takes us 6 days. Both international circuit also, it takes us 3 days of driving. And once you get there, you're already 50% dead. The body doesn't support anymore. Plus the finances are extreme. I mean, you have to spend more than double the amount of any other person, any other racer in the country, because we live again in such a far off place. So it's been challenging, but successes, yes, we have scored a podium or two somewhere in the national championships, and we also have the fastest record in the country on a 600 at Buddha International Circuit, which is India's only international circuit. There's a lot of risk involved with motorsports, and if you compare it to any other sport, I think the risk is a lot more because the accidents are severe. I have had 81 major crashes and some minor. I won't even count the minors, but 81 major crashes, and I am still alive because of the safety gear that I use. But yeah, the risks are there. Being fit, you need to know exactly how to be fit. So that involves a lot of things scientifically. You can't just go eat a lot of food, healthy or unhealthy, and then do a lot of exercise. You need to know your blood markers. You need to know your blood serums, all the serums, exactly what to target, what your body wants, and then address them. And also the diet, your macros, you need to know how to calculate your macros and do it. So I was in bodybuilding for quite a long time, from I think 2009 all the way till 2015 I was into bodybuilding, so I know how to calculate my macros and nutrition. So that keeps me fit. Right now I am in 71 kilos and plan to shed 2 more kilos, which should be good weight for my category. I have ridden in almost all the tracks around the country, be it go-kart or big circuits, starting off with our own Warisa Estate. And then we have done Arwani Grid, we have done Miko Kartopia. And then talking about the big tracks, we have done Kari Motors Speedway, we have done MMRT, and we have done Bud International Circuit. And out of all of them, I think Bud International Circuit is the one which has my heart. Even Dubai Autodrome I have done, but that is the second international circuit I did. First was Bud, and Bud has the finest tarmac laying that I have ever seen on any circuit. Maybe some other circuits in Italy or somewhere might have something better, but in what I have ridden, Bud is the best. There's nothing compared to Bud. So 88 racing, it came into being at the point when I chose the number 88 for my racing career, and it was very random. It was not like there was no scientific reason behind it. There was no lucky number behind it. Nothing. I just randomly chose the number 88, and then I started racing. Did 2 seasons in Superbike. First season I was I think 8th in the championship, which was my first season in 2016. The second season in 2017, I missed out on 3rd, and I was 4th in the championship. So yeah, so when I saw that I came so close to being in the championship podium, I chose it as a proper race team. So let's go ahead and make a team. I started coaching since the last 3 to 4 years, and the main motivation behind it was just the fact that I didn't have coaches myself. I had to travel, even for training I had to travel down south or go to north to train myself under some trainer. But now people have me. They have me, they have my whole team, and we assist all the riders from our region and even people coming from south and north to train with us. And there was also a barrier in communication. So all the trainers around the country, they are either good in one language or the other. So either someone speaking good English, which is okay for me, I can understand, or some of them they speak Hindi, or somebody they're speaking regional south dialect, which is again harder for the other people around my region to understand. So I wanted to be their medium of communication so that I get the knowledge. I'm not yet there at the top because I won't say I'm fully knowledgeable, but I know a thing or two about racing, and I wanted to put it out there with all the students, with all the people who are willing to learn in their comfortable language. So I can speak English, Hindi, and Assamese. So any language which seems comfortable to my people, I can talk to them in their language, and it makes it very easy for them to learn. So that's why the learning curve of our people is very fast. Our students are also doing good. Mostly in every racing competition, one or the other student is always on a podium of ours. So mom has supported me a lot. And if you talk about friends, they are mostly racers. So they are here doing track days with me. We are riding at Warisa, we are riding at BIC. Even in down south, when I go there, I mostly have all of my friends with me. Even the off-road part, we have all our friends, and even my girlfriend, she's riding with me. Community has been very responsive. They want to come, they want to try it out, but again, persuading their parents, because most of these racers, the people who are already employed, the people who are earning themselves, they are actually coming and doing it. But the people who actually should be doing it, the students, the young crowd, it's very hard to persuade their parents to bring them on the track and let them race. There was a recent incident, a guy who qualified second or third he qualified in the recent GT Cup selections, and his parents just didn't let him go. But he was a talented rider. If he would have gone to a bigger circuit, he would have nurtured himself and become a very good racer. But ultimately what happened was that kept him back in the local level. Motorsport is the most expensive sport that you can ever imagine. Till you are not into it, it might look all fancy. Even to get to a championship, like recently I went to GT Cup, I spent 1 lakh rupees for 10 minutes on the bike. So that is the kind of expense you need to do. So yeah, sort out your expenses and don't feel bad about it. Dirt biking we are doing mostly for the fitness part and also for the fun part. It's just a day, with the friends at that venue, and we are doing our thing, enjoying with the friends. We are not serious about it to a point where we are going racing. We just do it for the fact that it's a very lively and light thing on the mind, and also very good for the body. The idea behind Fastest Man of Northeast was to have an event where I can handle or introduce the basic grassroots level of racing for the local people. And initially I wanted to do a racing series, but then that involved a lot more permissions, a lot more challenges. So what I did was we went for a time trial series, and for the time trial series there was not much expense, not much thing, and because we didn't have good sponsors as well back then, so we went with the time trial thing. And also the track, we wouldn't be able to do a racing series with the current level of runoffs that we have. For the GT Cup and KTM Cup, a lot of persuasion had to be done. Initially, the KTM Cup was held in Calcutta, and GT Cup also mostly happened in Delhi and the other cities, big cities, tier 1 cities. To bring them to Guwahati, there was a lot of talk that we had to do with the company and persuade them. And because we make them travel so far off, we have to compensate that in the track fees. They're hardly paying 1/3 of the fee they are paying anywhere else in the country. So, and plus the operations, we try to make it as smooth as we can for them. We are also trying to promote female riders from our region, and we have tried bringing them to the track. Even KTM has helped us with that, but there is only one female which has come ahead and who is racing currently. She has had a lot of crashes, but she hasn't lost heart. She's still trying her best to do what she can for the place, for the region, and for all the other women. But I urge other women also to come ahead, because we have the opportunity which you didn't have before 88 Racing was there. So I think it's time they make use of this opportunity and come ahead and start racing. I want to do a lot for my team and the entire region, but no company or government actually comes ahead and supports. Though I have tried talking to a lot of them, but they would always go ahead and they would always need some rewarding thing for their support. So they would need a lot of marketing, which we do, but we can never touch the marketing level of a cricket league or a football league, which has more popularity among the people. But as for support, Varisa Estate has been supportive, and they gave us a track, and we do our academies and everything at them. We are trying to expand, we are trying to grow, but it all comes down to how far we can carry this without support, and how are the students doing. If they are doing good, we can continue, and if they are not doing good, we'll still need to push from our end and try to do our best. And also, without the sponsors, it's a little hard. So let's see. We'll hope for the best.
It was a really amazing conversation. I hope the audience will find this equally informative. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this.